Sylt Storm Chase sees Köster crowned world champion for fourth time despite Fernandez doing everything in his power to deny him day 6 of the 2017 Mercedes-benz Sylt PWA Super Grand Slam. Certainly didn't disappoint as the North Sea continued to provide dredging North Sea nuggets and storm force winds, which resulted in some of the most radical action of the season being thrown down as the world's best sailors threw caution to the wind in their battle for glory. The conditions were so hardcore that Ricardo Campello .7 classed it as the hardest conditions that he has ever sailed in. At the start of the day, all eyes were focused on the potential semi-final matchup between world title contenders Philip Köster Starboard Severn Maui Ultra Fins and Victor Fernandez Fanatic North Sails Shamal Sunglasses, and both sailors successfully navigated their ways past Thomas Traversa Taboo Gaw Sails and Adam Lewis Fanatic North Sails SWOX respectively to do just that. Put simply, if Köster won the opening semi-final, then he would officially be crowned world champion, as he would be guaranteed third place at worst in the double elimination, and in order for Fernandez to deny the German he would need to finish at least 3 places ahead of him. Unfortunately for Köster, Fernandez was not ready to give up the chance of defending his world title, and in the single elimination Fernandez was on another level to anyone else, launching into monstrous double forwards and back loops, while looking far more dynamic and effective on the wave as he effortlessly carried board speed, where others really struggled, from rail turn to deservedly defeat Köster first and then Marcelo Brown Goyle windsurfing in the winners' final. Fernandez had done absolutely everything in his power to defend his world title, but with his fate out of his own hands, he would need a massive favor from fellow countryman Alex Mussolini RRD Sails in the losers' final. Mussolini, who won the event here in 2016, outscored Köster on the waves but was lacking a second serious scoring jump to ever really threaten Köster, who landed a trademark double forward, meaning that at the end of the single elimination Köster still held the title race lead. However, the title wasn't decided yet, as Köster could still potentially fall 1 place to 4th, which would leave the door open for Fernandez to snatch the title providing he could defend the top spot on the podium. In the single elimination, Köster hadn't looked quite as dangerous as he had in both Gran Canaria and Tenerife earlier this summer. Whether that was down to nerves or purely the conditions being extremely tricky, who knows, but in the double elimination, he raised his game to another level. In the title decider against Mussolini, when he should have been at his most nervous and most under pressure, he seemed to sail with a sense of freedom that left the result in no question, as the 23-year-old posted the highest scoring heat of the contest, which saw him land another trademark double, while posting an almost perfect wave score of 19.45 points out of a possible 20, performing a Cly wave move invented by Mussolini and a goiter on the same wave to win his 4th world title in style. Köster was understandably delighted and was punching the air in celebration. Marcelo Brown then defeated Köster in the very next heat in a duel which saw the wind swinging between starboard and port tack and driving rain. Brown was able to make the most of the limited conditions on offer to defend his 2nd place from the single elimination, and he will still have a shot to claim the event title if he can beat Fernandez twice. The Brazilian should already be quite happy with his performance here and throughout the season, as he is guaranteed to complete the overall podium again and looks a genuine title challenger for next year. Mussolini may not have been able to gain the upper hand over Köster today, but he still produced a few moments of magic with trademark 360s, and 4th place here sees the Spaniard climb 2 places in the overall rankings from 6th to 4th. Adam Lewis Fanatic North Sails SWOX won 3 heats on the bounce to earn his best ever overall result on the World Tour 5th, and the Brit was obviously delighted with his efforts after ending Ricardo Campello's comeback before also defeating Thomas Travers Taboo Gaw Sails and Jaeger Stone Starboard Severn SWOX Shamal Sunglasses, as he continually attacked the heaviest sections he could find, while launching into massive own-footed double kickback loops. Lewis then faced Mussolini in a battle for 4th in the overall rankings, but his previous exerts in the draining conditions had clearly taken their toll by that point. Jaeger Stone ends the season with his best result of the year 6th, whilst Alexandre Taboo Gaw Sails records his best ever result, joint 7th alongside Thomas Traversa. The top 10 is completed by Leon Jamaire JP Neilpride, who won 3 consecutive heats with victories over Adrian Bajols, Patrick Saloft Hamburg Maui Ultra Fins, Robbie Swift JP Neilpride Mystic SWOX in a heat that was almost too close to call, and Camille Jubin Quattro Simmer Sails. Alessio Stilrick Fanatic North Sails also fought his way back into joint 9th with victories over Galito Estrado Fanatic North Sails, Danny Brook Starboard Flight Sails AL 360 Shamal Sunglasses, and Josh Angulo S2 Maui before Stone ended his hopes. The same is also true for the exciting talent of Mark Parry Simmer Sales, who finishes the season with consecutive top 10 finishes after beating good friend Julian Salmon Severn Sales, Moritz Mausch Severn Sales before staging a late comeback to dispatch of Klaus Vogt Fanatic North Sales again with a combination of frontside 360s and huge stalled forwards. From the jumping aspect of his sailing you would never be able to tell that Ricardo Campello was sailing with an injured ankle as he landed 4 push loop forwards in 3 heats to earn perfect 10s on 2 occasions, proving that he is the king of this move. In fact, only Antoine Martin JP Neil Pride was the only other sailor to land push loop forward. However, while his jumping was still as radical as ever, his ankle definitely affected his frontside wave riding, which eventually caught up, and you'd have to think if fully fit then he could have advanced deeper into the double elimination than joint ninth. The conditions today saw many outstanding performances with all the sailors absolutely charging in what were essentially true storm chase conditions, and you have to take your hat off to the best sailors the world again as they produced a radical display in the most hardcore of conditions. But ultimately today belongs to Köster, who wins his 4th world title at the age of just 23 years old, after another long and exhilarating day of competition. The forecast looks a bit funky for tomorrow, with different forecasts calling for different possibilities, so we will have to wait and see what Thursday brings. The skippers' meetings for all disciplines will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, with a first possible start for the wave and freestyle at 10:30 am, while the first possible start for the slalom will be 11 a.m. GMT too. To stay up to date with all the latest developments from Germany, including the live stream, elimination ladders, entry list, images and live ticker, simply click here and scroll to the bottom of the page. Result: Men's Wave Mercedes-Benz PWA Super Grand Slam Double Elimination. Top 2 places may change. First, Victor Fernandez Fanatic North Sales Shamal Sunglasses. Second, Marcelio Brown Goyle Windsurfing. Third, Philip Köster Starboard Severn Maui Ultra Fins. Fourth, Alex Mussolini RRD Sales. Fifth, Adam Lewis Fanatic North Sales SWOX. Sixth, Thomas Traversa Tabuga Sales. Seventh, Jaeger Stone Starboard Severn SWOX Shamal Sunglasses. Seventh, Alec Sanlahi Tabuga Sales. Ninth, Leon Mayor JP Neil Pride. 9th, Alessio Stilrick Fanatic North Sales. 9th, Ricardo Campello. 7 Aaron. 9th, Mark Parry Simmer Sales.